This week, all three of our kids are returning to school, and we wanted to make sure that they had one last fun summer send-off. We booked our family a last-minute vacation at this incredible house in Big Bear. We checked in on Monday night, and yesterday we let the kids tell us exactly how they wanted to spend their last day of summer before we have to head home to get ready for school to start. The boys were up first yesterday, and they wanted to play outside, play mini golf, and play with the awesome arcade games. And while they were doing that, my first mission was coffee because they are kids and they did wake me up at 6:45. Once all three kids were up around 8 a.m., they agreed that they wanted to watch a Star Wars movie because in the awesome house that we're renting, there is a Star Wars-themed movie room. And while the kids were watching Star Wars with their grandpa, my mom and I got to work prepping for the rest of our day. Yesterday was a beautiful, warm day in Big Bear, and we knew that we wanted to spend it outside. So we packed a picnic lunch for our group of 6 and got it all ready to go for when the kids were done watching their movie. After the movie was over, we asked the kids what they wanted to do for the day, and they said first they wanted to play more arcade games, and then they wanted to go kayak in Big Bear Lake. And luckily, the house that we're staying in is only about a mile from Boulder Bay Park, which is an amazing place to go kayaking. We rented a kayak from Get Boards, which is right next door to Boulder Bay Park, and it was $50 to rent a kayak for 2 hours. And if you've never been to Boulder Bay Park, it's especially fun to kayak here because not only can you kayak around this very calm area of Big Bear Lake, but there's also places where you can park your kayak and get out to climb rocks and explore. I did do most of the kayaking, but my mom did hop in the kayak once to take a trip around Boulder Bay with Bailey. And while we were all taking turns in the kayak, those of us who weren't in the kayak were hanging out in this cool shady area where we were eating the picnic lunch that we made earlier in the day. Eventually, we did have to return the kayak around 1:30, and it was time for the kids to pick their next activity, and they all wanted to go bowling. The bowling session at Bowling Barn lasted 1 hour, and the kids had a good time not just with bowling, but also with the ices that Grandma and Grandpa bought them. After bowling, we asked the kids if there was another activity that they wanted to do, but what they really wanted to do was go back to the house that we rented because they had seen a cabinet full of board games. We played Candyland together, and then they were ready to get back into the arcade. Finally, around 6 o'clock, the kids did ask for dinner, and we all decided to go to Maggio's. This little restaurant in Big Bear is one of our favorite places to eat at year-round. If you've never eaten at Maggio's, add it to your list for a place that you need to try next time you're in Big Bear. Maggio's does have a pretty big menu with lots of different items, but my kids always want the same thing, which is garlic bread, plain pasta, and Hawaiian pizza. After dinner, we brought the kids back to the house and asked them how they wanted to spend their night, and they actually wanted to spend their night the same way they had spent their morning. The kids all wanted to watch another Star Wars movie, so we made some popcorn, gave them their cozy blankets, and got comfortable and settled in to end our night with another Star Wars movie in the Star Wars movie room.